Reading for January 23rd, Science of Mind, A Philosophy, a Faith, a Way of Life by Ernest Holmes. Reading from page 185, paragraph 3, through page 187, paragraph 3, using inclusive language.
Turn entirely from the condition. Behold thou my face forever. Look unto me, and be ye saved, all the ends of the earth. That is, look up, not down. The reason a person has difficulty in throwing off some weakness of character while believing in spirit implicitly and having faith that they are going to overcome their limitations is because they have not induced the necessary images in mind. If we had, we would have overcome our trouble. Thinking of our weakness keeps the image of it before us. We cannot be too insistent on this all-important point. In treating, we must turn entirely away from the condition. Disease and limitation are neither person, place, nor thing. Turn entirely from the condition or limited situation to its opposite, to the realization of health, happiness, and harmony. Spiritual treatment starts with perfect God, perfect person, and perfect being, which statement consciously removes any belief which denies such manifestation. Look only at what you want. Never look at that which you do not wish to experience. No matter what the false condition may be, it must be refuted. The proper kind of denial is based upon the recognition that, in reality, there is no limitation, for mind can as easily make a planet as an acorn. The infinite knows no difference between $1,000,000 and a penny. It only knows that it is. It is the consciousness back of the word that forms the word. Consciousness means the inner embodiment of an idea through the recognition of truth and a direct relationship to the divine. The greatest teacher who ever lived was the most spiritual person, for the more universal and comprehensive the thought, the more godlike it must become. A good treatment is always filled with the recognition of the presence of God or good. This automatically wipes out any picture of undesirable conditions, for the Spirit of God is a law of elimination and obliteration to everything unlike itself. Even in what we term spiritual things, we are still dealing with the law of cause and effect, for God is law. The more exalted, the more heavenly, the more boundless, the more godlike or Christ-like the thought is, the more power it will have. This is why the greatest teacher became the Savior. Never limit your view of life. Never limit your view of life by any past experience. The possibility of life is inherent within the capacity to imagine what life is, backed by the power to produce this imagery, or divine imagination. It is not a question of failing or succeeding. It is simply a question of sticking to an idea until it becomes a tangible reality. The illusion is in the way we look at things. We have looked at poverty, degradation, and misery until they have assumed gigantic proportions. Now we must look at harmony, happiness, plenty, prosperity, peace, and right action until they appear. When we are making a demonstration, we pay no attention to what happens in the objective world. We interpret causes by conditions only as we realize that a condition must partake of the nature of its cause. If there appears to be confusion in the condition, then there must have been confusion in the thought back of it. We pay no attention to the objective expression, so long as we know we are getting the right subjective recognition. The way scientifically to work out a problem is daily, in thought, to conceive of it as already being an accomplished fact in experience. We realize the desire is already embodied in the absolute. We are dealing with nothing less than the absolute, with reality. During the process, many things may happen that appear to be destructive. We may pass through good fortune and bad, but if we can come to the point where we are not disturbed by things, we have found the secret. If, as Jesus said, we judge not according to appearance, but judge righteous judgment, remembering that things which are seen are not made of things which do appear. If, I repeat, we can judge in this manner, out of chaos, we can produce harmony.